the final road series of the season has not gone the Phillies' way so far, but Phillies fans here in Atlanta hoping that Nick Pivetta and the team can get a win in the final game of this three-game set. It's Sunday afternoon baseball here in Atlanta, the Phillies and the Braves. And 80 road games are already played. One more still to go as the Phils look to kind of finish it on a high note. Win number 27 today is what they're after. The numbers not all that good so far on the road. They'll look to make them a little bit better this afternoon in Atlanta. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Phillies Baseball alongside Ben Davis. I'm Greg Murphy in for Tom McCarthy this afternoon. Nick Pivetta will take the baseball for the Phillies in hopes of getting a win in the final road game of the series. As we said, the Phillies have struggled on the road a little bit, and they've got a tough customer to go up against, a young fella, a left-hander that the Atlanta Braves are very high on.
He's a big kid, 6'3", listed at 210 pounds. He's got a big arm. This Brazilian southpaw has all the intangibles. From Tupi, Brazil, made his debut earlier this month. And I think he's a guy that the Mariners would really like to have back.
Luis Gohara, as you said, has a big arm. He's got a fastball up in the mid-90s, upper 90s, and he's had a little bit of trouble with his control here in the big leagues, but he is learning as he goes.
Yes, he is. And you talk about that fastball, he'll sit at about 97 miles per hour, and you got to tune it up and get it ready to go. But what you don't expect is that good wipeout slider. He has the ability to strike you out effectively with that big pitch.
Got his first Major League win his last time out against those Washington Nationals, and he's looking to do the same against the Phillies today. As we mentioned, Nick Pivetta will take the baseball for the Phils, looking for win number 7 on the season and to improve that ERA. Lineups and first pitch in Atlanta when we come back. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. By Toyota. Find your favorite model today. Toyota. Let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phillies. Visit citizensbank.com. By Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. Phillies, and the Phillies one final game on the road before heading back to Citizens Bank Park for 6 at home to finish the season in Philadelphia. And well, they finished up in grand style here in Atlanta as the U.S. Army Silver Wings entered the ballpark via the skies, and that is always cool to see as the 3 jumpers landed out in center field. The first with the American flag, and watch this, they don't let the flag touch the ground. Perfect landing by the Silver Wings, and a great way to get this final game started here in Atlanta. Pete Mackanin, Larry Bowa looking on, hoping to get a final road win of the season. It's been a struggle of late. Today's starting lineup is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Cesar Hernandez leads off, followed by Aaron Altair and Nick Williams. Rhys Hoskins out in left field will bat 4th. Tommy Joseph will play first base and bat 5th. Michael Franco, J.P. Crawford in shortstop. Jorge Alfaro will do the catching, and doing the pitching and batting 9th is Nick Pivetta. We talked a little bit about this young man, Luis Gohara, who has made a rapid climb through the system here in Atlanta, and he'll make another start for the Atlanta Braves, his 4th start of his major league career. You see the numbers 1 and 2 with a 6.06 ERA, but pretty good stuff, Ben. And man, they are really high on this kid in Atlanta.
Well, they should be. I mean, he's predominantly fastball slider. Will mix in a changeup from time to time, but you can see there he's got a big arm. He'll sit about 97 miles per hour, and that good wipeout slider. Very good numbers in the minors, 7-4 with a 2.62 ERA.
Good numbers in the minors, which is part of the reason why he had such a rapid ascent through the minor league system. He started the season in Single A with the Florida Fire Frogs, and made his way up, and here he is in the big leagues in the final month of the season. Time for our keys to the game, presented by Nissan. What do you have, Ben?
Well, they haven't done it in a couple games, but hit some homers.
Yeah.
Hit some homers. Far hits are cool. And Nick Pivetta feed off the last start against the Dodgers. Very good. Despite giving up 2 home runs on his first 5 pitches, he really settled down and did a nice job. Yeah, it'll be good to see him finish strong here on the road. And I agree with you. Hit some homers. Yeah. Braves have done that over the last couple of days, but well, stayed in the ballpark for the Phils. So Cesar Hernandez will lead it off for the Phillies, batting .292, 8 home runs, 31 RBIs. He had the night off last night, as J.P. Crawford played a little second base last night, but he's back in there today. And back atop the order for the Phils as we get this one underway in Atlanta. First pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. 81 degrees today in Atlanta, bright sunshine. That one is lined down the right field line, and that's a fair ball. It's going to hit off the short wall and picked up by the right fielder Markakis. His throw is perfect to second base, and Cesar Hernandez is out at second base. Markakis played that perfectly off the short wall. I thought maybe a fan touched it first, but he throws a strike, and it'll be a single and thrown out at second base. Cesar Hernandez, take another look. Could there have been a better throw than this? I mean, it's like he ran it over there and just placed it right on the bag. Look at that. Swanson doesn't have to do anything except catch the baseball.
I don't have a problem with Cesar Hernandez trying to stretch that into a double. They took a perfect throw to get him, but that's what they got. So 1 out here in the top of the first. They'll bring up Aaron Altair. Altair takes that first pitch over for a strike.
He talked about the conditions, partner. This is the first time I've ever done a game with sunglasses on.
Yeah, I said bright sunshine, and that is an understatement as we sit high above the ballpark here in Atlanta. Adding to the discomfort to my corneas is this white countertop.
Did you put sunscreen on your eyeballs?
I think I'm going to need to. Count is 0-2 to Aaron Altair. That one is popped out down the right field line and drifting foul and out of play. So the count remains 0-2 to Altair. Aaron 0 for 4 last night. 3 strikeouts. It has been a struggle for the Phillies offense in the first 2 games of this series. Gohara has his sign. The 0-2 pitch upstairs for a ball. It's 1-2.
foul past Juan Samuel. The count will remain at 1-2. We mentioned the final game here in Atlanta this season for this new ballpark. Braves head out on the road. They're heading to New York and then Miami to finish the season. It is inside and just misses Aaron Altair. The count is 2-2. The umpires for today's game: Stu Shorewater is behind the plate, David Rackley at first, Alfonso Marquez there at second, and the crew chief Larry Vanover will be at third. Got it. So Aaron Altair swings and misses, and that is the second out here in the top of the first. And that'll bring up Nick Williams. Well, today's Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Lisa Harvey from Runnymede, New Jersey. Phillies hit a home run in this game, and Lisa will win $300. McDonald's, enjoy a cold soft drink or freshly brewed hot coffee for only $1. I'm loving it.
Good luck, Lisa.
Nick Williams steps in, and first pitch swinging, lifts that one out to left field. Going back on it is Peterson, and he'll have room right at the warning track to make the catch. And that's the final out of the top of the first. So the Phils go quietly in the first half of the first. 1, 2, 3. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Nick Pivetta will take the baseball. No score in Atlanta. The Phillies go down in order, and take a look at Snickers lineup for today. It's brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Ender Inciarte will lead it off and play center field, followed by Johan Camargo. Freddie Freeman back in the lineup. He'll play first and bat third. Marquez, Suzuki, and Rio Ruiz over at third. And the final, Dansby Swanson, Jace Peterson, and Luis Gohara, 7, 8, 9 for the Braves. And they will face Phil's right-hander Nick Pivetta. 25th start of the season with a record of 6-10 and an ERA at 6.57. But Ben, as you mentioned, was pretty good in his last start against the Dodgers once he settled down.
He was excellent and used his breaking ball very effectively. You can see the pitches per inning come down a little bit. It's 18.4 pitches per inning. 4 pitches and big arm.
So he is ready to go facing Ender Inciarte. He was 1 for 4 last night. The Braves win. First pitch swings and misses. It's 0-1. You see Inciarte's numbers on the season. One pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-1. He squares around the bunt, takes a strike. 1-2 now to Ender Inciarte. One of your keys to the game last night was to keep this guy off the base paths. He certainly can wreak some havoc. He's been on them a lot this season.
He doesn't steal a whole lot of bases, but it seems like when he gets on, it just really sets this offense in motion.
1-2 pitch. Lofts that one into left center field, and it's going to fall in for a hit. Takes a crazy bounce out there, and Aaron Altherr able to corral it and get it back in. So it's a leadoff single for Ender Inciarte. So that'll bring up Johan Camargo, and our Toyota turning point last night. Well, he came in as a pinch hitter in a big spot, and he delivered.
He sure did, and not in the original starting lineup, but he proved to be very pivotal in last night's win for the Braves. He's got a splitter out over the plate and hit it in the right center field gap. That was your Toyota turning point last evening.
Phils end up losing the ball game last night. Pivetta chases Inciarte back to first. 22 stolen bases for Inciarte. He's been caught 8 times. It's been a good season for Camargo. Burst onto the scene for the Braves and was able to stick very well for them. Sends that one to center field. Aaron Altherr drifts back and he makes the catch. That's 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
This is a very aggressive team. We saw it the first night in, Friday night. Ben Lively was on the mound. Saw it last night with Henderson Alvarez as well. Henderson able to execute his pitches. They will swing it.
Well, this guy could swing it. Freddie Freeman back in the starting lineup after missing last night's game with what the team was calling an illness. I didn't think he was in the ballpark last night. Wasn't feeling well, so they sent him home. But he's back in there today. Freeman batting .314, 28 home runs on the season, 71 RBIs. Inciarte leads off first, and the first pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. That caught Alfaro by surprise.
Yeah, that's the pitch. We've seen it with lefties get them. That pitch down and away to a lefty or down and into a righty. Just seems like Jorge doesn't know which way to turn his mitt.
Swing and a miss and fouled off the wall, and Pivetta makes the catch. That doesn't count though. I've never seen that before. It ricocheted off the back wall and right back to the pitcher.
Last night, the final out of the ball game. Swing and a miss and went to the backstop. Flowers had kicked right up to him. He had to retreat to get it, though. It didn't come back that far.
Yeah, the final 2 outs of the ball game last night. Inciarte takes his lead off first. 1-1 pitch. Bit inside for a ball. 2-1. And you see Henderson Alvarez wrapped up there in the towel last night.
I liked what I saw.
Yeah, he pitched well.
I did.
That one is fisted foul and out of play. So the count is 2-2 to Freddie Freeman. It'll be an interesting offseason, obviously, for the Phillies in general, but he'll be one of the storylines, whether or not he remains on the 40-man roster. I would imagine that Phillies would like to see him in spring training, see him a little bit more. Inciarte is off and running. The throw from Alfaro is on the wrong side of the bag, but a nice tag by J.P. Crawford, and Inciarte is out at second base.
Excellent throw there by Jorge. Got to his feet quickly. And what set that up is Nick Pivetta gave him a chance to throw him out.
Put the quick tag on the foot. No argument from Ender Inciarte. So no scores. We head to the top of the second. is about Luis Gohara, or his quote. He says, "I don't have any problems with the comparisons to CC Sabathia. I think it's fun. We look the same. I've been following him since I was a kid, so I try to take his delivery, and I think it's working pretty good." He does look like CC Sabathia, and that's a pretty good guy to be compared to as a young guy coming up in the big leagues.
Absolutely. Longevity has served CC. Nowhere near the flamethrower that he was, but still getting the job done for the Yanks.
Well, Rhys Hoskins will be the first to face him here in the top of the second. And first pitch to Hoskins is a little bit low for a ball, 1-0. Hoskins 1 for 4 last night. He had the RBI double in the first inning, put the Phils ahead. Over for a strike. It's 1-1. Line shot down at third base. It's picked by Ruiz. And a strong throw over to first. 5-3 goes the putout. Nice play by Rio Ruiz down there at third. Hoskins hit it hard. But that's the first out here in the top of the second.
All he can do, hit it hard. Good quick first step there by Ruiz. Gets to his feet. You're right, that was a very strong throw across the diamond. Easy cheese.
So that'll bring up Tommy Joseph. Gets the start at first base this afternoon. Joseph batting .240, leads the team with 22 home runs. First pitch to Joseph, over for a strike. Fouls it back. It's quickly 0-2 to Tommy Joseph. Talking about it before the game, Luis Gohara is a big boy. Listed at what, 6'3", 210.
Might be a little.
You're not buying that?
Might be a little lenient.
And 2 pitch inside for a ball, 1-2.
He's got good mechanics though. For a bigger guy, he's got very good mechanics. Repeats his delivery. You can see he definitely has the stuff.
That one is fouled at the plate. It's 1-2 to Tommy Joseph. Yeah, they've commented on just how easy the ball comes out of his hands, and we talked about his fastball, anywhere from 94 to 96, 97 even.
What I like about his delivery is it's simple. Nothing to it.
A little bit low for a ball, 2-2.
Make your batting stance. I like to be simple, not a ton of movement. I like the same with a windup. Just keep it plain and simple.
Popped up right side and out of play.
I just think that the more simple you keep it, the easier it is to repeat your delivery. You don't have a ton of going on out there.
Yeah, and it helps, I guess, a guy his size. He doesn't need to get a whole lot of momentum behind the baseball. Swing and a miss, and Tommy Joseph goes down swinging. That's the second out here in the top of the second.
There's that good slider, power slider. Tommy swinging over the top of it. He rushed him inside with a bunch of fastballs. An excellent pitch.
Yeah, good movement on that. So that'll bring up Maikel Franco. Franco had a decent night last night. He was 2 for 4. But batting .231 on the season. You see the last 15 games, he showed some signs of life offensively. He takes that one upstairs for a ball. Bit low, ball 2, 2-0 to Maikel Franco. He is such a big part of what the Phils are trying to do moving forward. Way outside for a ball, 3-0 to Franco. J.P. Crawford waits on deck. And gets the green light, pops it straight up in the infield. Suzuki has the mask off, finds it, makes the catch. Well, he recovered quickly.
He had no idea where it was.
He didn't see it at first, but he makes the catch, and that's the final out. So Maikel Franco with the green light doesn't pay off. We head to the bottom of the second. Season, second to last series of the year. Tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, all those games at 7:05 when the Washington Nationals come to town. Last chance to catch some baseball before it goes away for another winter. Visit Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. No scores. We head to the bottom of the second. One hit apiece for each team. And the Braves go back to work. Nick Markakis, Kurt Suzuki, and Rio Ruiz 4, 5, and 6. For the Braves. Good numbers against the Phillies. Nick Markakis, and he was 1 for 3 last night. First pitch over for a strike.
Look at those names. There's 4 names. 2008 to 2017. You kind of expect the other ones,
yeah,
but not Nick Markakis.
Yeah, we talked about that. He is such an underrated player on the national level. He's not a guy that pops into your mind when you talk about some of the best offensive players. He's just so consistent.
Yeah, he is.
Pivetta has his sign, and here's the 2-1 pitch. And it's fouled out of play. It's 2-2. So the top of the second ends with Maikel Franco popping out to the catcher Kurt Suzuki. 3-0 count. Were you surprised that he had the green light there?
Not there. Not in that situation.
Two pitch. Called, third strike, and that is another strikeout for Nick Pivetta, his second of the afternoon, and the first out here in the bottom of the second. Time now for our home run replay, brought to you by T-Mobile, and it was Kurt Suzuki in game number 1 of this series. Not one, it's not a replay, but 2 home runs for Kurt Suzuki.
And first pitch on a fastball, second home run on a hanging breaking ball. Kurt Suzuki providing our home run replay presented by T-Mobile.
18 home runs on the season. That's a career high for him. Takes that first pitch over the outside corner for a strike. The news out of Atlanta yesterday, he signed a new one-year deal to stay in Atlanta for 2018. Hits that one on the ground lightly to third. Franco bare hands, makes the throw and throws wide. It skips by and it goes into right field, so Suzuki will end up at second. Franco fielded it cleanly, but wasn't able to get much on the throw, and it skipped wide of Tommy Joseph, and Cesar Hernandez had to chase it down into right field.
Michael makes this play as good as anybody in the league, but I think he just should have eaten that one. There's no way. Even the catcher Suzuki running, you can see Suzuki already passed the bag before the ball gets there. That's when Michael would like that back.
Yeah, even a good throw wasn't going to have him. So that'll be a single, and an error on Franco moves the runner up to second. So with one out, Rio Ruiz will step to the plate. First pitch upstairs for a ball. Ruiz has been better of late for the Braves. Still batting just .206 on the season. He swings through that one. It is 1-1.
Way late. Now that's something I hope Nick Pivetta can see, and I hope it's something Jorge Alfaro can see. Regardless of the scouting report, you see that he was way behind on that fastball. Stick with it until Ruiz adjusts.
That one sails inside. It's 2-1 now to Ruiz. Suzuki leads off second. Foul out of play. Count is even at 2-2. Well, last night he was bringing the lumber, was Rio Ruiz.
He was hanging breaking balls. Kevin Segras just gets enough of it. Goes in the flower bed. That put the Braves on the board 2-1.
Ruiz bringing the lumber, brought to you by Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. It was an inopportune time to allow that home run last night. Kind of gave the Braves some momentum as they started their comeback. 2-2 pitch, a little bit outside for a ball. 3-2.
Ball just comes out of his hand so nicely. And someone tweeted at me last night, said, "What do you mean by that? What does that mean? The ball comes out of his hand nicely." Well, it doesn't look like he exerts a lot of effort out there, and the ball just explodes out of his hand, and the ball gets on hitters quickly. You know, it doesn't seem like he's just like a max effort guy, but the ball just explodes out of that hand.
I think you could say that about both of these guys today.
Yeah.
It's good to be young and have a live arm, huh?
Sure is. Ball was exploding out of Julio Teheran's hand last night.
That one is fisted into center field. Aaron Altair will drift in and make the catch for the second out. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, and that'll bring up Dansby Swanson, shortstop, batting .232 this season. Swanson was 2 for 4 last night. He scored a run, knocked in a run. Was a part of the comeback in the 8th inning against Luis Garcia. A lot of this Braves lineup have some pretty good numbers against the Phillies this year. Breaking ball's over for a strike. It's 0-1.
I could not believe today how long Nick Pivetta was looking at video. It's incredible. He was in there forever.
Trying to get any advantage he can. One pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-1.
I was in there with Kevin Camasholi, our video coordinator, and looking at some different pitches from that Tyler Flowers was receiving last night and his technique on how he catches, and Kevin and I were talking in there. Nick was in there forever going over a scouting report.
That one is drilled down the right field line. Nick Williams over towards the line and makes the catch. Nice play by Nick Williams to end the bottom of the second inning. Got a good jump, squeezes it. So we'll head to the top of the third. Still no score here in Atlanta. Braves and Phillies one final time for the 2017 season. We mentioned the Phils will head home and finish this regular season with 6 games against 2 other teams in the NL East. Take on the Nationals and the Mets in Philadelphia. Well, it's time now for the Jeep Stump the Fans trivia question. Log on to Phillies.com, go to the fans section for all the information, and please submit your answer on the subject line. Ben, they are challenging you today. The question is, who are the only 2 players to homer in their first 3 games as a Brave? Think about it. That's hard. That answer will be... You got 2 cookies the last 2 days. This is a tough one. That answer will be revealed later in the game. We'll also find out whether or not Glenn's home, apparently. J.P. Crawford will lead it off here in the top of the third. He takes that pitch outside for a ball.
Only 2 Braves to homer in their first
3 games. Yeah. We'll give you some hints later on. On the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Crawford has been very selective up at the plate over the last week or so. He leads all of Major League Baseball in pitches seen. As he grounds that one over to third. That's going to be a tough play for Ruiz. Strong throw across and picked out by Freeman just in time to get J.P. Crawford, who can move down that line. Ruiz had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did, and that's the first out here in the third. Well, October 2nd, the home of the authentic fan, CSN, will become NBC Sports Philadelphia, powered by Xfinity. All the games you can't miss with the teams you love right here, just with a new name. NBC Sports Philadelphia, powered by Xfinity, on October the 2nd. Right around the corner. We're changing names. Comcast Sportsnet, CSN, and now NBC Sports Philadelphia. I like it. Jorge Alfaro, first pitch swinging, hits one to right field. It's over the head of Nick Markakis. He plays it quickly, and here comes a throw in his second. Alfaro is out at second base, and for the second time in 3 innings, he is gunned down at second base. Man, oh man, Nick Markakis does it again.
I'm going to write this down. Do not run on Nick Markakis.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan at this point.
Gets to it quickly and just barehands it and rifles it to second base. Again, right on the money.
Again, and it had to be a perfect throw to get him, and it was. I wasn't watching Mickey Morandini whether or not he was waving Alfaro on there, but Alfaro was just getting to first when Markakis picked up that base.
He was busting it the whole way.
Yeah. Well, Phil's trying to be aggressive. It hasn't worked so far on the base paths in this one. So with 2 outs, Nick Pivetta is the hitter, and he takes that one over for a strike. It's 1-1.
That's why that man has a couple gold gloves.
I don't have a big problem with the Phil's trying to make something happen, for sure.
I don't have a problem with it one bit.
1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Freeman has it. He'll flip to Gohara covering, and that's the final out of the inning. So Phil's have 2 base hits today, but they've only set up 9 players through the first 3 innings. No scores. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Baseball is brought to you by your local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by Jefferson Health. Call 1-800-JEFF-NOW or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Bottom of the 3rd, no score in Atlanta. As Nick Pivetta gets back to work. Bottom of the order for the Braves. It'll be Jace Peterson and the pitcher Luis Gohara at the top of the order for the Braves. A bright, sunshiny afternoon. There you see beautiful SunTrust Park finishing up its first season.
Got named Ballpark of the Year.
Yeah, how about that? Who knew? Makes sense. It being the newest in Major League Baseball, they did do a really nice job. Jace Peterson will be the batter. He's batting .210 on the season, just 2 home runs, 15 RBIs for Peterson. I wonder how they decide that.
Having a clue.
Big swing and a miss. It's 2-1 to Peterson. I'm sure they have a checklist or something. Ball's upstairs for a ball. 3-1 to Peterson with the pitcher waiting on deck. It is not an accident that most of the seats in the shade are full. And then most of the seats on the left field line in the sun, not so much.
Yeah.
You and I'd be in the shade. But we're not right now.
But we're not right now.
3-1 pitch. Over for a strike. It's 3-2. Low and inside for a ball, so he walks Jace Peterson to lead off the third. You can watch every out-of-market regular season game live at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes At-Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on over 400 mobile and connected devices, celebrating 15 years. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. So Luis Gohara will be the batter. He's still looking for his first major league hit, so for 4 on the season. Peterson will lead off first, and then Phil's expecting bunt, and Gohara bunts through that. So 0-1 to Luis Gohara. Maikel Franco all the way down the third base line, and that is a bunt right to the third baseman Franco, who's able to get it over to the shortstop and then over to first for a double play. Not a good effort by Gohara. And that goes 6-4-3 for the double play. Excuse me, 5-4-3. Yeah. I mean, Franco was basically 5 feet away from
breathing down his neck.
Take another look. Our State Farm double play.
And it's smart of Maikel to let this ball go ahead and bounce.
Right.
Because Peterson would have been able to get back, but once that sees that ball down, throws it on to JP at shortstop. Excellent play.
5-6-3 goes the double play if you're scoring, and it's very useful, as you say.
Never really see that one, do you? The 5-6-3.
You really don't. So Ender Inciarte, second at bat. He swings through that. It's quickly 0-2 to Inciarte. He singled in his first at bat and was erased when he was trying to steal on Jorge Alfaro, and fouls that one out of play. It's 0-2.
So he needs 5 more for 200 hits.
Yep, 195 for Inciarte.
Let's hope he doesn't do that today, Murph.
Let's hope. The 0-2 pitch, ground ball right side. Up with it is Hernandez, and they're able to get Ender Inciarte to end the third inning. So another base runner eliminated, and we'll head to the top of the fourth. No score. Fire King safes are mag proof and now are up to 70% off at WBMason.com and any of our What a Bargain locations. Who but WB Mason?
I did not know that, Greg.
Well, now you do. I told you that last time.
Short-term memory.
Yeah, apparently. So we'll start the top of the fourth with the top of the order for the Phils. Cesar Hernandez, Aaron Altherr, and Nick Williams. 1, 2, 3 for the Phils. I mentioned a couple of base hits for the Phils, but still just the minimum batters faced so far for Luis Gohara, thanks to Nick Markakis. First pitch to Hernandez is over for a strike. Cesar played game 1 of this series. He was on base 4 times in that game. As he swings through that, he walked 3 times, had a double. Chopper on the right side. That's going to be a tough play for Freeman. Can't get it out of his glove, and Cesar Hernandez beats it out. It was going to be tough regardless. That was chopped high in the air, and that'll be a base hit for Cesar Hernandez.
That had to have gone off the plate. Had to have.
It shot pretty high in the air, for sure. Freeman was waiting and waiting for it. Take another look.
Yep. Right off the plate.
Just the way Cesar drew it up.
That thing was up there, wasn't it?
It was. It's like a pop-up.
It's incredible.
Look, I got it. Cesar was going to beat that out anyway.
Yes, indeed.
So he is a leadoff base runner. That'll bring up Aaron Altair, who struck out in his first at bat. Phil's third hit this afternoon. First one that actually stays on the base paths.
I was telling you, Murph, I asked Aaron about the ball he hit out of the stadium last night. Foul. He said, did it really go out? I said, yeah. Have you ever done that before? He goes, not even close. And then Tyler Flowers, the catcher in last night's ball game, had to apologize to Aaron because they wanted the game to go on, and he was still standing up looking at it, and he said, sorry, I wanted to see where that one landed.
Yeah, he hit that one almost directly left as that one sails up high and outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Directly left and up over the lights and out of the ballpark.
It was remarkable.
You almost, from a physics standpoint, you're not sure how it happened. 2-0 pitch. Swung on, and that one's drilled down the left field line, but it's going to go foul. So Altair turns on that one. But it's a strike, so it's 2-1 now to Aaron Altair.
The first time O'Hara's had to go out of the stretch.
Hernandez has his lead at first, and they'll throw over. He's back. Hernandez 14 stolen bases this year. He's been caught 5 times. Count is even 2-2 now to Aaron Altair. 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Breaking ball just misses, so 3-2 now to Altair. I think Stu Sherwater thought about that one for a second. Nick Williams waits on deck. Hernandez has his lead off first. And another throw over. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So Altair strikes out again. And that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Nick Williams. Well, there's a fantastic new offer for all high school, college, and graduate students. $15 ticket plus the first Jawn on Us from Ashburn Alley. That's Chickies and Pete's Crab Fries or Tony Luke's, Primo's Hoagies, Bull's Barbecue, whatever you'd like. Anything up to $12 in value, and it's included with your ticket. It's good for all the remaining games in September. Order as many times as you like. Phillies.com/studentsteal or just show your student ID at any Citizens Bank Park ticket window on game days. Nick Williams swings through that first one. He flew out to left field in his only at bat. One down in the 4th. Quick throw over, and Hernandez gets back. 0-2 now to Nick Williams.
It's a hanger there. Nick wants to have that one back.
Yeah,
you can see the look on his face.
He's muttering him to himself.
Take a look here. Oh, that was a hanger.
Maybe a little bit too high. Wasn't able to get on top of that. It's way upstairs, so 1-2 now to Nick Williams. Swung on, fly ball, shallow left field. Dansby Swanson from the shortstop position out there to make the catch, and Hernandez has to head on back to first, and that's the second out here in the fourth. So Rhys Hoskins will be the batter. So we'll take a look at our Cold Hard Fact, brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Most RBIs in the month of September, 2 Phillies on that list. Nick Williams and Rhys Hoskins, 22 and 21 respectively. They have been very, very good since being called up. Have a knack for knocking in the runs. First pitch to Hoskins is low for a ball. It's 1-0. How good has JD Martinez been in the month of September?
What a pickup, huh?
I'll say.
Some folks are actually talking about him being in the race for MVP. I don't think he has enough games under his belt in the National League.
Yeah, probably not. But when you talk about a valuable player,
yeah,
he certainly has been for them.
I think it's going to come down to Charlie Blackmon and Paul Goldschmidt.
It always seems to come down to somebody and Paul Goldschmidt.
Yes.
Swing, but pitch is called a strike. It's 1-1 to Hoskins.
And I think Charlie Blackmon should get it.
I would agree with that. He'll win the batting title.
So they say his splits from Coors Field and on the road are drastically different. He's still hitting 290 something on the road.
Yeah. Hey, you can only play where you play, so he's been terrific for the Rockies all season long. There's 29 other teams that wouldn't mind if he was playing 81 games in their home stadium. Two balls, one strike to Rhys Hoskins. Inside, a little bit high for a ball. 3-1 now. You see Tommy Joseph hoping to get a shot this inning. And he walks him. So Rhys Hoskins is a base runner. The Phils have a runner in scoring position as Cesar Hernandez trots down to second, and that'll bring up Tommy Joseph. He struck out in his first at bat back in the second.
You know, one of my keys to the game, Murph, be a good time to hit one of those homers right now.
That would be right. This would be a perfect time. You got a pretty good guy up there to do it. Leads the team in home runs. 22 home runs for Tommy Joseph this year. Didn't start last night, but came in and got a pinch hit single. 1 for 1 last night. Runners lead off first and second. And first pitch is outside for a ball. They say that Gohara, when he starts to struggle, he loses his command, and he loses it quickly. Might be seeing a little bit of that right now.
He's just flying open right now. He's missing a lot of pitches up and away to righties. A little quick with his stride. Arm not catching up. Not able to get on top.
That one sails inside for a ball, so 2-0 to Tommy Joseph. Big swing and a miss. 2-1 to Joseph. from the stretch. Swung on, and that one's hit well to left field. Peterson got turned around, but able to spin back in the right direction and make the catch. Joseph hit it hard, but right at Peterson, and that is the final out here in the 4th inning. Phils lead 2 on, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Brought to you by Toyota. Find your favorite model today. Toyota, let's go places. And by McDonald's. Enjoy a cold soft drink or freshly brewed hot coffee for $1. I'm loving it. Still no score as we head to the bottom of the 4th here in Atlanta. Some clouds have made their way over top of the ballpark, and that is wonderful. You know, I poured this cup of coffee that's sitting on our desk right here before the game. It is still piping hot because it's sitting here in the sun. Pivetta is back out on the mound and waiting for the remainder of the tools from the tool race here to clear the ballpark before he can, which our producer Jeff Allickman has refused to show. I'm in agreement with that. So Pivetta now ready to go, and he will face Johan Camargo. And the first pitch, breaking ball, is over for a strike.
Good curveball there.
Inside, 1-1 now to Camargo.
Nick will throw that breaking ball. It throws a slider 15% of the time, the curveball 14% of the time. So we'll use them both.
Ground ball, and hard to his left as Cesar Hernandez spins and throws. Nice play by Cesar Hernandez to get Camargo. 4-3 goes to put out.
Excellent play.
Yeah, Cesar had to go a long way for that one.
The hardest part about this play is when you get to it, setting your feet and making that throw, but making sure you don't bring the ball with you, because your momentum is going to the outfield, and yet you have to come back and make that throw back towards first base. A lot of guys will hook that ball or bring it with them.
Tommy Joseph put himself in nice position to receive that as well. So good play all the way around. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Freddie Freeman. Freeman was a strikeout victim in his first at bat. That has got 2 Ks so far today. It's a bit upstairs for a ball, which brings his total to 131 this season in 125 innings. That one swung on and hit well center field, but Aaron Altair drifts back and right in front of the warning track, makes the catch just off the handle of the bat, I think, for Freddie Freeman. Well, Monday at 6 after the Eagles play, we analyze, find out what worked and what didn't for Carson Wentz in the boys versus the Giants. Join Amy Fadul, Derek Gunn, and former Bird Barrett Brooks for Eagles Extra Monday night at 6 right here on CSN. 2 outs. And Nick Markakis has already impacted this ball game a couple of times. Will step in. He struck out to lead off the 2nd inning and is only at bat. He takes that one upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. But 2 outfield assists so far for Nick Markakis. Ball 2, 2-0 to Markakis.
I believe that was a changeup there from Nick Pivetta. It was 86. He just pushed it. He doesn't throw a lot of those.
You talked about that last night. How about that? Averaging 170 hits per season in his career.
Yeah. But home runs get the notoriety.
Yep.
Markakis doesn't hit a ton of them.
He only has 8 this season. And a good breaking ball there from Nick Pivetta. Count is 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Two pitch. Fouled out of play. Remains 2-2. .50 pitches so far for Nick Pivetta as he gets set to throw number 51 here in the bottom of the 4th. Time is called. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Nope. Fouled back. I guess thought Alfaro was able to hold on to that. He was not. So he shakes out his hand.
Never saw the ball come out of his mitt.
Yeah, I didn't either. Take another look. Oh, yeah, right in front of him. So Markakis stays alive at 2-2. He'll try it again. 2-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt. 3-2 now to Nick Markakis. Kurt Suzuki waits on deck for the Braves with 2 outs. Line drive back up the middle. Right there is J.P. Crawford on the 1-hop. And makes a strong throw over to Tommy Joseph for the final out. Right over the head of Nick Pivetta, but a nice play by J.P. Crawford. Sticks 3, goes to put out. And 1, 2, 3 go the Braves in the 4th. We'll head to the top of the 5th. No score in Atlanta. Monday defensive plays of the game, and they both come off the arm of Nick Markakis.
They sure do. Here's off the bat of Cesar Hernandez. First batter of the ball game. He throws it right on the money to Dansby Swanson. And then Jorge Alfaro. Good piece of hitting there over the head of Nick Markakis, but he comes in, barehands it, and throws another strike to Dansby Swanson. At second base, Jorge Alfaro out. They are your Hyundai defensive plays of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer.
And they've been a big part of this game. It's part of the reason it remains scoreless, as the Phils have 3 hits. And the Atlanta Braves just 2. So both pitchers doing a nice job. Gohara back on the mound, and the set swung on and hit by Franco deep to left field, and that one is gone. A home run by Maikel Franco, his 21st of the season, and first pitch swinging, no doubt about it.
That's a bomb. First pitch slider, and that goes in the upper tank.
That's a good way to start off the 5th inning, and the Phils have a 1-0 lead.
Those fans weren't expecting to get one up there today. Goodness. Actually, that's a changeup, not a slider. Changeup at 86. Good extension, Maikel.
So 21 on the season for Maikel Franco now. Phils with a 1-0 lead. That'll bring up J.P. Crawford. Takes that one over for a strike. Didn't even have time to get settled into this 5th inning. Nice job by Franco.
No, we had to go to commercial break, but that was an excellent play by J.P. Crawford to end the bottom of the 4th there.
He has had his fair share since coming up. No matter where you stick him, he seems to be able to pick it and play for sure. Fouls that one back. It's 2-2 now to Crawford.
JP said he didn't particularly care for this dirt.
Yeah,
said, how's this infield? He said the dirt is weird. He said every time you move, you leave a big divot out there.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So Crawford goes down swinging, and that's the first out here in the 5th. Well, today's Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant was Janet Steef from Olney, Pennsylvania, and she just won $300 thanks to Maikel Franco. McDonald's, enjoy a cold soft drink or freshly brewed hot coffee for only $1. I'm loving it.
Way to go, Janet.
There it is, Maikel Franco. Jorge Alfaro will step to the plate. He singled and was thrown out at second. We just showed you by Nick Markakis back in the 3rd. So 1 for 1 today. He takes that one over for a strike. The 1-1 pitch inside, and Farrell made it look like maybe that got a piece of him, but it did not. 2-1 now to Alfaro. Take another look. I don't know how it didn't. Over for a strike. It's 2-2. I don't think he knows how it didn't either.
He had a hole in his arm or something. Went through the hole.
Two pitch. And he swings and misses. So another strikeout for Gohara, and that's the second out here in the 5th. That'll bring up Nick Pivetta. Take another look at this.
Gets his 5th strikeout on that good slider down and in.
He's got a couple of the Phils hitters guessing at that one today. So Pivetta steps in and takes that first pitch over for a strike. Asking Stu Shorewater if he could have that when he gets back out there. That 1-2 quickly to Nick Pivetta. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So 3 straight strikeouts to end the 5th inning for Luis Gohara, but not before Maikel Franco put the Phils on the board with his 21st home run. Time now for our Citizens Bank minor league report. And we're looking at the lowest combined ERAs for all the minor league affiliates around baseball. Yankees, Twins, and the Fighting Phils. The top 3, 3.48. Every Phillies affiliate had an ERA under 3.95 this year. Now, all of that kind of stuff is good to see as some of the youngsters who are down throughout the Phillies minor league system having some real good years. And we like to see that. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phillies. Visit citizensbank.com. Bottom of the 5th, Nick Pivetta, who's been real good so far here in Atlanta. Back out on the hill. And he'll face Kurt Suzuki, Rio Ruiz, and Dansby Swanson. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Suzuki's single, in his first at bat, singled and moved up to second on an error. He takes that first pitch over for a strike. Your thoughts on Nick Pivetta, Ben, so far?
It's been very good.
Yeah.
And he's pitching in effectively. Both the slider and the curveball have been good.
Well, it's popped up, and Alfaro will give it a look, but it's out of play.
And he's also been able to use that off speed to get back into counts. 2-1, he's able to spin a slider in there to even up the count.
Well, he's kept his pitch count down. Just 55 pitches as we sit here in the bottom of the 5th. That's a good sign. And now he has a 1-0 lead, too. The 0-2 pitch to Suzuki. That one's in the dirt, so it's 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch outside, ball 2, 2-2 now to Suzuki. Be nice to see Nick get deep into this ball game. The Phil's bullpen has been used pretty extensively over the last couple of days. Ground ball. Maikel Franco has it. And that's the first out here in the 5th. 5-3 goes the put out.
Well, the future is bright for the 2018 Phillies and beyond. Our 2018 season ticket plan deposits are now being accepted for all new accounts. Full and partial plans available to fit your needs and schedule. Preferred locations and discounted pricing as compared to individual tickets. Visit Phillies.com season deposit for more info and to secure your seats right now. Certainly some reasons to be excited for next season for the Phils. We've seen some pretty good baseball over the last 5-6 weeks. A lot of these youngsters doing their part to bring some excitement back to Citizens Bank Park, and I for one have had fun. And that one is a foul ball, so they'll do it again. Rio Ruiz at the plate. 0-2 the count to him.
I guess he knew that was going to go foul because he didn't budge. And that was close to being going over the bag.
Yeah. Took David Rackley a second or two to make the foul call once it was in the glove of Tommy Joseph. So Nick Pivetta quickly ahead of Ruiz, 0-2. What has you most excited for 2018? Is there one thing that you could put your finger on?
Well, I think you have to kind of go with the obvious.
Mr. Hoskins
and Williams.
Yeah.
I'll take a pitcher's duel any day of the week, but it's nice to see these boys swinging the bats the way they have recently.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm with you. I love a 2-1 game, but you know, you got to score some runs.
Yeah.
And the Phil's offense over the last couple of seasons has really struggled to be consistent, put some runs up. But we've seen in the second half of the season, and that one is rocketed foul on the right field line.
And I don't know what management will do with, you know, Scott Kingery possibly coming to the big leagues next season, but I've loved what I've seen out of that man right there, Cesar Hernandez and Freddie Galvis. They've been dynamic up the middle. They've been very good at home plate. Cesar at the top of that lineup. He's been excellent.
Yeah. That one is fouled down the left field line, so it remains 1-2. Yeah, you know, you've heard this before, and I guess it's kind of a cliche, but it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
You know, there were over a couple of years ago, there weren't a whole lot of positions out on the field where you had one guy that you thought you could count on, and now you have a couple of guys at different positions as Pivetta goes upstairs and gets the strikeout there. And that is out number 2 here in the 5th. So it is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
And should be a very interesting offseason for the Phillies. Both out on the open market, within their own 40-man roster and 25-man roster conversation.
And it's, you know, it's nice to have these prospects in the minor leagues, but I'm happy about the fact that these guys are doing it right now in the big leagues.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Dansby Swanson steps in, takes the first pitch over for a strike.
You can put up numbers all you want in the minor leagues, but until you get here and put up numbers here and do it consistently like these guys have in the middle of the infield, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, and how consistent they've been.
Yeah, I think you could put Aaron Altherr on that list.
I liked a couple pieces out of the bullpen. Some of the adjustments these guys have made.
The 0-2 pitch, fouled out of play.
Look at the adjustments that Luis Garcia. I know he had a rough night last night, but he's been excellent.
Yeah.
Hector Neris has turned it around. That man, Adam Morgan, has been filthy.
Colby Milner has basically came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Rule 5 guy that the Phillies got back.
Ramos, since he's been back, has been very good as well. Well, 1 week left of the 2017 season and the offseason, which is always nice, but I will be ready when
mid-February comes around next year to get down there to Florida and see these guys and what this team is going to look like in 2018. The 0-2 pitch. And that is punched into left field for a base hit. So Swanson is a 2-out base runner here in the 5th. He's reached out and poked it between shortstop and third base.
Yeah, not a problem for Nick to get ahead there, but just had a tough time putting Dansby Swanson away.
So Jace Peterson will be the batter. He walked in his only plate appearance. Phils have a 1-0 lead thanks to the solo shot by Maikel Franco. And that one is over for a strike. It's 0-1 to Jace Peterson.
Tight curveball there.
Quick throw over to first, and Swanson able to get back. Well, they're attempting the wave once again, Ben, here at SunTrust Park.
I'm not a huge fan of the wave, but when I went to go see my nephew in Wisconsin.
Your nephew is the quarterback at Wisconsin.
They did the wave there, but they did it super fast. They did it extremely slow.
I've seen that.
They did it in slow motion, which was a riot. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah, I like the wave in college.
Yeah, and you just do it just to do it. Yeah.
They do it with purpose in Wisconsin.
They do it with purpose, yes.
That's right. The 0-2 pitch, and that is foul down the left field line. I'm with you. Not a big wave guy at the professional level. Although it's about the only time we hear some energy right now in the ballpark, so I do like that.
Probably hard for these folks to get up. They're probably stuck to the seats.
The 0-2 pitch. Check swing, no swing. So 1-2 now to Peterson. Well, you have to admit the cloud cover has been, the last 2 innings has been nice.
Yes.
It's a little bit more comfortable right now. Another throw over, and Swanson is back. You've taken off your sunglasses.
I did.
The 1-2 pitch. That one is fouled again down the left field line, so we'll do it again. 75 pitches now for Nick Pivetta.
He started the inning with 55, and all these foul balls are getting that pitch count up.
Yeah. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Two pitch. Hard hit ball, but right at Cesar Hernandez. Tommy Joseph over to cover, and not in time. Joseph got over there a little bit late. I thought maybe he beat him, though. I thought he got his foot in there. Larry Bowa and Pete McCann will take a look at that one. David Rackley says safe at first. And they'll call it a base hit. Take another look. Hernandez had to wait, and nope. It's a good call.
I don't know where Tommy's going on this one. It's hit pretty much straight away second base. Also, I'd like to see Nick Pivetta getting over to cover on that play as well.
Yeah, so that'll bring up Luis Gohara, the pitcher. So with 2 outs, Nick can certainly see himself through this. Gohara still is looking for his first major league hit. But again, you talk about pitch count. A couple more pitches going to have to be thrown here. Runners lead off first and second. And first pitch is over for a strike. Foul back. It's 0-2 to Gohara. Gohara, one of only 3 active players from Brazil. Jan Gomes, Paul Orlando, the other 2. There's a rogue balloon as delighted the fans here. And a called third strike, so Nick Pivetta does just that. He gets out of a mini jam and finishes off the 5th inning in style with a strikeout of the pitcher. So we'll head to the top of the 6th, and the Phillies holding on to a 1-0 lead.
Career Grand Slam in September of 2015. Aaron Altair did so while circling the bases at Nationals Park. As it turned out, it was an inside the park home run as well. Almost 2 years later, he hits slam number 2. This time the traditional way, but he did it against the best in baseball, handing Clayton Kershaw a loss and his first Grand Slam allowed in 288 career starts. A grand swing at a grand time. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Now, some Phillies fans here in Atlanta, as there always are. And they haven't had a whole lot to cheer about the first 2 games of this series, but knock on wood, so far so good today, Ben Davis.
Let's add to it.
Let's add to it indeed. Top of the order for the Phils as we start the 6th inning. Cesar Hernandez and Aaron Altair, our Philly of the week, and Nick Williams as well. 1, 2, 3 for the Phils. Cesar with a couple of hits already this afternoon. He's 2 for 2. And he takes that one over for a strike.
It's the 3rd time he's leading off an inning.
And he hits that one back up the middle. It's off the glove of Gohara, and they're going to have no chance to get Cesar Hernandez. And that'll be another base hit for Hernandez, who's 3 for 3. 3 for 3, and 2 of them didn't leave the infield. Well, don't forget, the final series of the 2017 season is coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday versus the New York Mets. Friday and Saturday at 7:05, Sunday at 3:05. And that's when you'll get your PGW 2008 schedule. Fathead, free to all fans. And Phillies Fun Spinners, free to fans 14 and under. So visit Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. Aaron Altair steps in, takes that first pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Been a tough couple of days for Aaron Altair. 2 strikeouts this afternoon, but they can all change with one swing of the bat.
Coming off a monster,
yeah.
I mean monster series against the Dodgers.
And that one's ground ball to short. Swanson has it, flips to second for one, and over to first. Double play. 6-4-3. And that helps out Luis Gohara in a big way. Swanson to Camargo, over to Freddie Freeman. It's the way baseball goes. You come off, actually he had a monster homestand, did Aaron Altair, and then he landed in Atlanta and start to struggle a bit. So with 2 quick outs now here in the 6th, that'll bring up Nick Williams.
Gohara's been very efficient. You see that, just 74 pitches thus far.
Yeah, with the exception of the home run to Franco and a walk in the 4th inning, he's been good, and his defense has certainly helped him out. Williams swings through that one, and it's 1-2 now to Nick Williams, who's 0 for 2 this afternoon, batting .286 now on the season. Outside for a ball, 2-2. Three and 2 now to Nick Williams. And over the head of Nick Williams. God, that happened to him a couple of times in this series, and he works out a walk, so he'll head down to first base, and that'll bring up Rhys Hoskins.
I don't get it. Take a look at this pitch cast.
Ooh.
Presented by Mazda. I almost left the pitch cast, but I don't get, like, I just don't get why you throw a breaking ball there. You throw 96. Throw a fastball down and away. If he hits a single to left, so be it. He's not. Is he going to hit a home run out to left? Probably not. He could if you elevate, but it's 1-0. I don't get that.
And that allows Rhys Hoskins to come to the plate.
Exactly.
And,
I don't understand it.
Well, here's hoping that it backfires and fills out another run or 2 on the board. Do you think that opposing pitchers are approaching Rhys Hoskins differently over the last week or so?
No. I think they've executed their pitches better.
You know, one pitch is over for a strike.
I mean, we've seen catchers set up, but pitchers just not able to execute or get the ball to the catcher's mitt where it's set up.
Well, he didn't like that call. He'll take an extra second or 2 to get back in the box, down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is high and outside for a ball, 1-2.
Like, if you don't trust your fastball enough to command it where you want it in that situation, you shouldn't be here. I don't care if you throw 96 or 76. You believe in what you're throwing up there.
Williams leads off first, and an awkward swing by Rhys Hoskins, and he is a strikeout victim. So he didn't see that all that well. He continues to have a conversation with Sherwater behind the plate, but another strikeout for Gohara, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Phil's up by 1.
Well, Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Chevrolet dealers. By WB Mason, who but WB Mason for fast, free delivery. Nobody does it better. And by Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com. There you see the U.S. Army silver wings that we were treated to before the game. What a vantage point from helmet cam. You would do that, right, Ben?
No.
Sure you would. No? Big fellow like you?
Never really had the desire, to be honest with you.
I've always had the desire. I just have never had the guts. One of these days.
I guess they'd have to go hand in hand, wouldn't they?
My 18-year-old daughter has done it. She's nuts. Ender Inciarte will lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th. He takes that first pitch over for a strike. Runs have been tough to come by. The Phils have won thanks to Maikel Franco's solo shot. Big swing and a miss by Inciarte. Just misses 1 and 2 now to Inciarte. He's 1 for 2 today. And he bloops that one into left field, and that's going to be in for another hit. So hit 196 for Inciarte. And he is a leadoff base runner. It's time now for the Jeep Stump the Fans trivia question answer, Ben. We asked who are the only 2 players to homer in their first 3 games as a Brave. You have been thinking about this for... No, you really haven't. You've thrown your hands up and said, I have no idea.
I'm going to say Freddie Freeman.
Okay.
And I'm going to say Andrew Jones.
Both good guesses. Both
wrong.
are incorrect. This is a tough one as Johan Camargo steps in. First pitch is over for a strike.
Jason Hayward.
Here are the answers. Gary Sheffield back in 2002 and Mark Teixeira 2007.
Huh.
Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're a winner of a Phillies prize pack.
Initially thought Jeff Blauser and Mark Lemke.
Get one pitch and foul.
Nice play by the ball boy.
There you go.
Catch it or die.
Down to one knee to make that catch. So it's 0-2 now to Camargo. Yeah, it's both Blauser and Lemke noted home run hitters. You're only saying Lemke because there's a guy with a Lemke jersey right in front of us.
That's right.
He was a pest back in '93, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball. Nick Pivetta has it and only plays to first. Man. Inciarte moves up to second.
It's your reaction to go and get it. I understand that, but I think that would have been a double play. Had he let that go, Cesar could have just gone over, taken the ball, stepped on the bag, and made the throw. You see where Cesar set up. Rolled right to him.
Yeah. You know, Inciarte obviously can move, but that was hit hard enough that probably they turned to. But with 1 out, runner at second, it'll bring up Freddie Freeman. He is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Inciarte with a big lead off second. And it was noted by Nick Pivetta, so he steps off. Obi Milner will start to get a little bit loose in the Phil's pen. And once again, Pivetta steps off. Inciarte is really testing the boundaries of the lead there, although with the shift on, he can do that. Line drive into right field. Cesar Hernandez was there because of the shift, and he'll make the play at first. So 4-3 goes the put out. And
He just made a 150-foot throw to get Freddie Freeman.
he did. Good defensive positioning right there for the Phils. Inciarte moves up to third. But with 2 outs.
Where's Cesar? Right there. He's playing rover.
And he actually had to go back for that.
Yeah, back to his right. Seriously, that was probably around 150 feet to make that throw. It's incredible. Showing that arm strength. Came up as a shortstop. Still has the arm strength.
Gotta love it when the shift works in your favor, for sure. So now 2 outs. Defense goes back to normal. Inciarte leading off third. And Nick Markakis is the batter. He's 0 for 2 today. And Inciarte is halfway down the line. Alfaro thinks about throwing back. I thought maybe he was coming. He got about 40 feet down the line before he turned around and sprinted back. Take another look at this. Watch. Pivetta from the windup.
That was good that Nick didn't stop. That would have obviously been a balk.
Then maybe that's what he was trying to do.
I don't know. That was pretty aggressive. Nick choosing to go back to the stretch as opposed to the windup.
The 1-0 pitch is upstairs for a ball. 2-0. When you have a guy with that kind of speed on the base paths, it certainly does disrupt some things. That one's over for a strike. 2-1 now to Markakis.
To a curveball there by Nick.
Bit low for a ball. 3-1 now to Markakis. The right-hander Kurt Suzuki waits on deck. Guess you're going to be a little bit careful with Markakis here.
Going to be a lot of careful.
Pivetta has his sign. 3-1 pitch. Down straight back. He challenged him.
Again, with the fastball in and the hitter's count. Nick is a guy that can use the whole field, but his power is going to be to his pull side. I talked to Bob McClure about it today. He said, we've talked to these guys about that. We've seen it a lot recently.
Now, the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, first base. Tommy Joseph has it. He'll take it himself. And Nick Pivetta does a real nice job working out of a mini jam here in the 6th. And the shutout remains intact. We will head to the 7th inning. The Phils still lead it 1-0.
Game summary. Maikel Franco, the solo home run. He accounts for the only run for either team today. Nick Pivetta has been very good. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Ender Inciarte has a couple of hits. Another multi-hit game for him. Gohara's been good too, as he has pitched solidly through 6 for the Atlanta Braves. But the Phils lead at 1-0 as we head to the 7th. And Tommy Joseph will lead it off for the Phils against Gohara. Joseph 0 for 2 today. You know what's coming up soon, Ben, here on Fan Appreciation Day at
Halloween?
SunTrust. Well, that is, yeah, good point. Over first strike. Really? No, before Halloween.
Columbus Day.
No. Well, yeah, that is before Halloween, but no. How about if I just answer my own question?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Have at it.
The freeze race is coming up.
Nice.
Yeah. The one of the great attractions here at SunTrust Park. And that gentleman, he may look familiar to Phillies fans because he is former Brave pitcher and former Phillies pitcher Paul Byrd.
Birdie.
And he is going to race the freeze today.
Oh no.
1-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-1.
Will there be a trainer on hand?
Here's hoping. Yeah, so Paul Byrd has been, they say he's been training for this moment.
He is a little.
All his, well, not all his life, but for a couple of days.
He is a little birdie.
Down straight back and just underneath us. I'm pulling for him, but I'm worried for him. I just know watching the freeze run is it just makes my hamstrings hurt.
It is a joy to watch that man run.
Yeah, he's amazing. It's his competitors that make me fear for the back of the leg. And Joseph swings through that, and he is a strikeout victim, the first out here in the 7th.
Speaking of back of the leg, his back leg slider there by Gohara.
That is obviously his out pitch.
A tight spin on it.
So that'll bring up Maikel Franco, who, as we said, accounts for the only run this afternoon. His solo shot in the 5th gave the Phils a 1-0 lead. He takes that one upstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Dan Winkler, the right-hander for the Braves, starts to get loose. And he hits that one off the end of the bat, does Franco. Dansby Swanson in the infield says he has it, and he does. 2 outs. But back in the 5th, our WB Mason delivery of the game.
First pitch swinging. First pitch homering is Maikel Franco on the second deck. That was a big one. That family very happy to get that baseball. That is your WB Mason delivery of the game.
So with 2 outs, J.P. Crawford steps in. Crawford 0 for 2. Swings through the first pitch, showing 1 to J.P. Crawford.
Did we get a distance on that, Murph? On that home run?
We did not. The 0-1 pitch, fouled out of play, 0-2. Efforting the distance as we speak.
Super far.
Unofficially, it was super far. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball passed.
That was an excellent effort there by Mick. I mean, that was incredible effort.
You know, Mick's made some good plays down there.
Yes, he has.
He doesn't get the credit he deserves.
I wanted no part of that one.
The 0-2 pitch is over the inside corner for a called 3rd strike. So Gohara with a couple of strikeouts here in the 7th. 1-2-3. Go the Phils. We will head to the, well, we're not going to head anywhere because at this time here at SunTrust Park, a rendition of God Bless America here on a Sunday afternoon, and it is always a terrific rendition here. Timothy Miller, who's here most Sundays for the Braves, will perform God Bless America.
bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet
For our deeper coverage of baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. And how about the story out there for Luke Farrell getting a chance to face his dad's team? Of course, John Farrell is the manager of the Red Sox, and Luke was able to pitch against the Red Sox. He tossed a scoreless top of the ninth inning for the Reds last night, and as he walked off the mound, did you see Farrell tipped his cap to his son?
Very cool.
It was a very cool moment. And the Mets, well, they got a chance to see Noah Syndergaard back on a major league mound again for probably one final time this season. They've been talking about trying to get him back. He hadn't pitched since April. He threw 5 pitches in his Major League Baseball return, and scoreless inning for Noah Syndergaard.
There's got to be a reason behind that.
They said they just wanted to get him out there to feel good heading into the offseason. So,
Oh, that's just great. I don't know.
Does it make you feel good? You know what makes you feel good? Timothy Miller singing God Bless America. Ooh. My goodness. He could bring it. That was very cool. Adebray Ramos will be the new pitcher for the Phils, so Nick Pavetta's day is done. Finishing on a high note, does Nick. Ramos coming into his 55th game for the Phils, and he will face Kurt Suzuki to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th. So Nick Pavetta's day is done. Very, very solid indeed. That's exactly what you needed to see from Nick. And first pitch from Ramos, ground ball to second base. Hernandez has it. Suzuki peels off about halfway down the line. That is the first out here in the 7th.
I don't know if Suzuki hurt something.
Yeah, he seemed to, perhaps he pulled up a little lame. He didn't make it all the way down to the first base bag. He goes right down into the tunnel, so we'll keep our eyes on that.
The trainer's following him down there. Well, Nick Pivetta got the key to the game. Feed off your last outing versus the Dodgers. He definitely did that today. He was awesome.
He was. And he is a fierce competitor, and he's a very confident young man for sure. But you could see, you know, as the season progressed, he would seem to have one bad inning in each of his outings, and he was really struggling with that. Well, no bad innings today. He was really good. I was trying to do the math. He will pitch one more time because the Phils now employing a 6-man rotation, so he'll pitch final game of the season with Pivetta. So we'll see him one more time. Big swing and a miss by Rio Ruiz. It's 1-2 to him, but a good way to finish out the road season for Nick Pivetta. Now the Phils will try to use the bullpen and get themselves a win before heading back to Philly. Ramos has his sign. The 1-2 pitch is outside for a ball. 2-2. AJ Minter starting to get loose for the Braves.
Not the one I wanted to see. Minter's, he's nasty.
He's tough. In the dirt, it's 3-2 now to Rio Ruiz. $33,183 watching baseball here, SunTrust Park this afternoon. 27,000 of them in the shade. 3-2 pitch. Swung on. Center field. Aaron Altair drifts back, and he's got a beat on it. Makes the catch. 2 outs. Every time the Phillies retire the opposing team 1-2-3, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. 1-2-3. Well, once tonight, it's actually twice for Nick Pivetta today.
You know, we've had this discussion before,
Yep.
Murph. You just said the attendance. How many more people do you think they would have gotten if this was a retractable roof with air conditioning?
I hear you, but I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't like the roof, so.
Neither do I.
Would they have gotten more folks? I have no idea. 33,000. That's a pretty good crowd. Sunday afternoon in September. Kids back in school. The NFL playing. I mean, some people like sitting in the sun.
I guess.
You know, you and I don't because we're Irish. Over for a called strike. It's 0-2 to Dansby Swanson. Just because we shrivel up doesn't mean everybody does. This is a beautiful ballpark, and it would not look this way if it had a retractable
I
roof.
agree.
In the dirt, it's 1-2. Citizens Bank Park certainly wouldn't be as beautiful as it is with a retractable roof.
I agree. Just throwing out the hypothetical.
I know. You've thrown it out there before. Look at that. Can't put a roof on that. I'm waiting for someone to invent like this roving kind of like revolving umbrella that covers big ballparks like that. Ground ball right back to Adebray Ramos, and he picks it, throws it over to Tommy Joseph for the final out. You work on the umbrella.
Okay.
Okay. 1-2-3.
My engineering degree.
That's right. 1-2-3 go the Braves in the 7th. We'll head to the 8th. Phil's still with a 1-0 lead.
to you by your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Delaware Valley Honda dealer or visit DelValHondaDealers.com. Well, Phil still lead at 1-0 here as we head to the top of the 8th inning. And the Braves have turned to their bullpen as well. The most anticipated freeze race of the season. That is Paul Byrd, former Brave pitcher and former Phillies pitcher. And I'll tell you what, give credit to Paul Byrd because Birdie did a lot better than I thought. But watch the freeze go. Right center field. And here he comes.
A little different technique.
I got to be honest. I think Paul Byrd did a heck of a job.
He did way better than I thought he would.
He did excellent. But still, you can't beat the freeze, Ben.
My goodness. His closing speed is just amazing.
It is amazing. That is such a fun promotion that they've got going here in Atlanta. And I think we've seen the freeze lose one time. I know he's lost maybe 5 or 6 times this year, but we saw it once. That was fun. But kudos to Paul Byrd for putting up a good fight. First batter is Jorge Alfaro, and first pitch swinging, and he hits that one into left field for a base hit. So his second hit of the afternoon, and he's a leadoff base runner here in the 8th.
Both hits on the first pitch.
One more look. Oh, look, it was right there. It looked like maybe something went wrong in the body. But he started off his first, I don't know, 200 meters or whatever. He was strong. Paul works down here for Fox Sports South as one of the field reporters for the Braves. So he's around the ballpark all the time. Freddie Galvis is the pinch hitter for the Phils, and he squares around to bunt, and he bunts that one foul. So 0-1 to Galvis. So with this pinch hitting opportunity, Galvis appearing in every single game so far this season. 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter this year. One additional run sure would be huge at this part of the game. That's what the Phils are playing for right here.
Huge.
Alfaro leads off first. And Freddie does not square around, takes a full swing, and he swings through it. It's 0-2 now to Freddie Galvis. So Ramos came in and got his job done. 1-2-3 in the 7th inning out of the bullpen. The 0-2 pitch outside for a ball. 1-2 to Galvis.
This is A.J. Minter's 13th inning pitched. 0 walks.
Yeah.
0 walks. He was 2-2 with a 2.14 ERA. 77 strikeouts in 57 career minor league games in the minor leagues. Remarkable.
Well, there's a first time for everything, Ben.
And as you mentioned the other night, he was the first from the 2015 draft class to appear in the majors for the Braves.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's just Freddie Galvis goes down swinging. So 1 out. That'll bring up Cesar Hernandez, who's had a good day. Real good day. 3 for 3 today. 3 singles. Got that batting average up to 297.
Flirting with it.
Yeah, he is. First pitch to Hernandez is a little bit high, I guess, for a ball. It's 1-0.
I guess.
Looked like a pretty good pitch. Big swing and a miss by Cesar Hernandez. It's 1-1 now to him. Aaron Altair waits on deck. It's 1-0 Phils. Hoping to add to that here in the 8th. Upstairs, 2-1 to Hernandez.
Mickey Mordini having a quick conversation with Jorge Alfaro. Alfaro has not stolen a base this year. He has good speed. And that one is hit hard down the third base. Ruiz can't get it. He bobbles it and then goes to second and able to get the lead runner. Alfaro is out at second. He fielded it cleanly. It could have been 2.
It could have been because it was hit so hard.
Yeah.
But able to get the lead runner is Camargo. It's a shame he couldn't have just got out in front of that just a hair more in Cesar and hit it down the left field line. It was hit very hard.
Yeah. Nice recovery and just getting Alfaro over there at second. You see it from his angle. So Aaron Altair will step in. And he swings at that one and hits the line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. That's going to go into the corner. It skips by Peterson, and here comes Hernandez coming around third. The relay throw to the plate, no throw. And Cesar Hernandez will score. And that is an RBI double for Aaron Altair.
I know this is a team game, Murph, but I couldn't be happier for Aaron Altair personally. He needed that in the worst way. He's had a rough go of it here in Atlanta. That's a big insurance run there for the Fighting Phils.
Big 2-out hit indeed, and he was hunting something early in the count, and he got it. And just inside the line. Whew.
I was glad that didn't bounce out of the stadium too. It would have been a ground rule double.
Yeah, and you know, Cesar with his speed, Juan Samuel has no problem sending him, and it wasn't even a throw at the plate. So Phils now lead it 2-0 here in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. Conversation out on the mound. His pitching coach Chuck Hernandez wants to have a word with Minter. That word has been had, and he'll head back. Nick Williams will step in, and hey, why not get another? You're shaking your head.
Well, yeah, but I'm just trying to figure out why Chuck Hernandez would go out there. And you have a lefty up. Maybe just to remind him, hey, Nick Williams very aggressive.
Perhaps. So Williams steps in. And the first pitch is a big swing and a miss. So it's 0-1 now to Nick Williams. He's got a knack for knocking him in, does Nick? So see what he can do there. Yeah. My knick-knack. Count is 0-2 now to Nick Williams. Williams 0 for 2 today. He did walk in his last at bat. You see Jim Johnson starting to get loose for the Braves. In the dirt. Nice play by Kurt Suzuki.
Excellent play. See him shift here, and that's a short one. Soft hands there.
Altair leads off second. Swing and a miss, and they got Nick Williams. They tag him for the final out, but not before the Phils able to add one more run. Runs have been tough to come by. That makes it 2-0. Aaron Altair with the RBI double. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Phils have the lead.
Host your next social, fundraising, or corporate event any time of the year. You can choose between spaces such as the Diamond Club, Executive Dining Room, or Hall of Fame Club with free parking and an on-site caterer. Add a Fanatic visit or a ballpark tour to make your event even more special. Visit Phillies.com/special events or call 215-218-5100 for more information. Adam Morgan will be the new pitcher for the Phils. He is 3-2 with a 3.88 ERA. His 34th game, but over the last 2 months, he has been as good as it gets coming out of the bullpen for the Phils. And he will face Wayne Adams to lead it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Braves. The first pitch to Adams is over for a strike. Sails outside for a ball, 1-1. Adams fouls that one straight back, so Adam Morgan ahead of Adams 1-2 now.
You've seen this jump in velocity for Adam Morgan, but the other pitches have been excellent as well. Take a look at the runs batted in. Pinch hitters in the National League. Lead Adams up there. But Adams is, Morgan, his fastball has been explosive, but his changeup and his slider have gotten better as well.
And it's a hard ground ball to the shortstop. And J.P. Crawford across the diamond and against Adams for the first out.
And he can run, can't he?
Yeah. So 6-3 to start the 8th.
I'm thinking he could beat the Freeze.
And Matt Kemp will be the batter. You haven't seen Kemp in this series so far. Pitch hitting hasn't been his thing in his career. Batting is 125. So Morgan will get his sign from Alfaro. First pitch swinging is Kemp, and he fouls that one out of play. Obviously, Kemp's got some pop, that we know. 13 career home runs against the Phils. Time is called. Another foul to the exact same spot. What a catch. A young man in the crowd. It was the exact same spot as the last one went. This time that young man caught it. So the count is 0-2 to Kemp. Outside for a ball. It's 1-2.
All heaters thus far from Adam Morgan to Matt Kemp.
He gets his sign. Another timeout is called.
This man, when healthy, what a hitter. Has a tough time staying on the field.
Outside for a ball. It's 2-2. He's been good for the Braves since joining them. What was it, last season? 2 seasons ago?
Joined them last season.
Last season, yeah. 2-2 pitch. Punches that one into center field. And the right fielder, Nick Williams, will glide over in front of Aaron Altair and make the catch.
2 outs. So that'll bring up Ender Inciarte. He's 2 for 3 this afternoon. Pair of singles for Inciarte. First pitch is a little bit low for a ball. It's 1-0 to Ender Inciarte. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Over for a strike, 1-1. Phillies looking to win their 62nd ball game of the year.
Rough go on the road, though.
It has. It has. Just 26 wins on the road. That one's inside the ball.
Talked about that in the open. ERA up, runs down.
Is that one of the last things to come around for a young team, do you think? The ability to consistently win away from home?
I never really looked at it like, I just looked at it as another ball game. And for these guys, I'm sure they probably look at it, probably just coincidental. They just haven't played well. As Inciarte serves another line drive from the left field.
Man, oh man. Flat out hit.
Has 3 hits now, shy of 200 for the season.
And he's a 2-out base runner. And the tying run will come to the plate in Johan Camargo.
And I never felt like, oh, I'm on the road. You know, I'm in their house. But I never felt intimidated from that aspect.
Yeah. But if you look, I mean, the cross baseball, historically, teams play better at home than on the road. So there must be something to that.
Just think being comfortable in your surroundings.
First pitch sails outside to Camargo. It's 1-0.
But you would always know when you're in Boston or New York. I will say that. Being a visiting player.
I'm sure folks say that about Philadelphia as well. 1-1 now to Camargo. Well, you know what? That's a good thing, because that means there's energy in the ballpark. And, you know, you can come to other ballparks and it can be full, and there's not a whole lot of energy. But in New York, in Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia, they've got a big crowd there. You're going to know it. Phillies fans here in Atlanta hoping to see that win number 62. Morgan has his sign. A 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right back at Adam Morgan, who stabs it and jogs it halfway over to Tommy Joseph, flips it underhand for the final out. So Morgan gets the job done, as he's been doing time in and time out. And the Braves go relatively quietly here in the 8th. We will head to the top of the 9th with the Phils leading by 2.
Well, always a great day. Fan Appreciation Day, the final game of the 2018 season. Sunday, October 1st versus the New York Mets at 3:05. Free PGW 2018 schedule fathead to all the fans. Plus free Phillies Fun Spinner to fans 14 and under. Prizes and surprises for fans throughout the game. Visit Phillies.com to order your tickets. The final game of the year, 1 week from today. Phillies with the 2-0 lead, and some changes for the Braves as Lane Adams stays in the ball game. And first pitch swinging is Rhys Hoskins, and he lofts that one into right field. And it's one down here in the top of the ninth.
We don't see that a whole lot out of Rhys. First pitch swinging.
No, you really don't. He's actually second among batters in the National League, seeing some pitches since his call up. Tim Johnson, the new pitcher for the Braves, gets the first out rather quickly. We've seen a lot of Jim Johnson over the years as the Phils, his ERA up to 5.81 this season. And he finds the strike zone against Tommy Joseph. 0-1 to Joseph. 0 for 3 today is Tommy. He fouls that one over the head of Maikel Franco in the on-deck circle. Quickly 0-2 to Tommy Joseph. And that one is hit into the gap in left center field. On the run is Ender Inciarte. Oh my, what a catch.
Goodness.
By Inciarte. I didn't think there was any chance he was going to get to that. And he closes the gap. Tommy Joseph hit it hard. I thought that was had a double written all over it.
Talk about some closing speed. It's a shame. Tommy smokes that ball out to left center. What a play by Inciarte.
He versus the Freeze. That would be good. That would be good. So that'll bring up Maikel Franco, who homered earlier in the game, back in the fifth to lead off the fifth inning. That made it 1-0 Phillies at the time. They now lead it 2-0. He steps in with 2 outs here in the ninth. Takes the first pitch a little bit high for a ball. Sends that one the opposite way and hooking foul.
At the Braves coming up here, bottom of the ninth. Freeman, Markakis, and Suzuki. Now Freeman and Markakis obviously are lefties. I wonder if Adam Morgan stays in for a couple.
Hector Neris. Well, I'm assuming that's Hector down there in the bullpen. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball. Shallow center field. This time Inciarte comes in and makes the catch. Well, we'll find out who will have the ball for the Phils in the ninth as they go quietly here in the top of the ninth. We'll head to the bottom of the ninth. And it looks like it's Hector Neris time. 2-0. Phils on top. Edition of Current Auto Insurance presents Phillies Post-Game Live. Ben and I will be live right here from the ballpark in Atlanta. Break it all down. Hopefully talking about a Phillies win. And if we are, we're going to be talking about a save for Hector Neris as he has checked into the ball game. Phillies with a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the ninth. Some defensive changes for the Phillies. We'll get you those. Hoskins will move from left field over to first base for the Phils. And then Aaron Altair will slide over from center over to left. There's Aaron. And then checking in center field is Odubel Herrera here for the bottom of the ninth. So that's how the defense sets up for the Phils as they try to close this one out against the Atlanta Braves. Freeman, Markakis, and Suzuki will be the batters, and Freeman swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Neris lets that one go a little outside for a ball, 1-1. Hector's converted each of his last 17 save opportunities. That's the longest streak since Jonathan Papelbon had 19 straight. 1-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit back up the middle. And Freddie Freeman is a leadoff base runner here in the ninth.
Talk about a flick of the wrist.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally hit this with all hands. Watch this. Just flicks it. That is incredible.
Yeah. Especially how hard it came off the bat.
It's all timing. I had a really long talk with Hector today in the dugout about his split finger. He was showing me the different grips on it. He always grips the splitter, as you can see, and then he puts it in his glove.
Mark Leiter Jr. does the same.
Correct, but Mark really digs on his.
Yeah.
But Hector, he puts it in his glove and he changes the grip every time. Even if he's throwing a splitter, he will change the grip so as not to tip what pitch he's throwing.
Interesting.
So obviously he needs to change it if he's throwing a fastball.
Right.
So he'll put it in the split grip, but even if he's throwing a split, he will maneuver the baseball and find the grip again.
Good thinking.
He said, I do that for guys like Chase Utley.
Markakis swinging a miss. It's 1-1 to Markakis.
And he said he will walk around with a softball in between his middle finger and his pointer finger. How he holds that. Walk around with a softball so to expand how far those fingers will actually stretch.
That's remarkable. Well, Freddie Freeman leads off first. And Markakis grounds it softly foul off the front of the Braves dugout. So 1-2 now to Nick Markakis, who is 0 for 3 this afternoon. Neris checks on Freeman. And a big swing and a miss, and he got him. So Markakis is a strikeout victim. And that is the first out here in the ninth. And that's a biggie.
It's a good splitter. He really has gotten the feel for that back.
Well, we know how good he is when that thing is on, for sure. So Kurt Suzuki will step in from the right side. He's 0-2 versus Neris in his career. 0 for 3. Excuse me, 1 for 3 this afternoon. Base hit back in the second. First pitch is over for a strike. Suzuki was the hero in game 1 with his 17th and 18th home runs of the season. We don't need to see anything like that tonight.
No, we don't. The other thing Hector said about the split is he can make it go away from a righty and away from a lefty. So he said he tries to get more depth, throwing more over top. Say he wants it to drop more, he will throw more over the top with that splitter. He says he feels like it gets more depth to it.
No one's in the dirt. It's 1-1.
And to a righty, if he wants to make it go away from a righty, he won't throw 3/4, but he'll kind of drop down a little bit more to get that action moving away from a right-handed hitter. It was phenomenal.
He's also a guy that believes that the more work he gets, the better that pitch is. Just misses. 2-1 now to Kurt Suzuki. Rio Ruiz waits on deck for the Braves. Time is called. How big is that extra run off the bat of Aaron Altair now? Two-one pitch. Ground ball. Back up the middle. Sneaks into center field for a base hit. So Suzuki is aboard the tying run down there at first with 1 out. And they will pull Kurt Suzuki off the base pass and bring in Micah Johnson, just like they did last night for as a pinch runner. So Johnson at first, Freeman at second with 1 out. The good news is that Freeman's ahead of Micah Johnson. So he can't go anywhere unless Freeman does. And Jorge Alfaro is going to have a conversation with Hector Neris. Now you have a couple of guys in Rio Ruiz and Dansby Swanson who have not swung the bat all that well all season long. So right on cue, Swanson heads back to the dugout. And first pitch to Ruiz is over for a strike. Ruiz batting just .201 on the year.
The ball on the ground here and go home.
Big swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Runners lead off first and second. Neris has his sign. 0-2 pitch, and he got him. Strikeout for Hector Neris, and that's the second out of the inning, the second strikeout of the inning for Neris. And the Braves are down to their final out.
You know it's coming.
Yep.
You just can't lay off it.
So Matt Adams will be the pinch hitter for the Braves. Saw Adams get the start last night, plays for Freddie Freeman. There's 1 for 4 last night. Another conversation between Neris and Alfaro as they talk about how they want to approach Matt Adams. Tying runs at second, or excuse me, at first. Freddie Freeman at second. Phil's lead it by 2 with 2 outs here in the ninth. First pitch and a miss. 0-1 to Matt Adams. Another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 quickly to Adams.
Just one after the next.
Why change? From the stretch. The 0-2 pitch just misses. 1-2.
Hector wanted to bury that one. He kind of left it up, but it was off the plate.
Alfaro flashes the signs. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him, and that'll end the ball game. 3 strikeouts for Hector Neris here in the bottom of the 9th, and the Phils salvage one in this 3-game series, beating the Braves this afternoon. 2-0 is the final. Real good pitching all the way around for the Phils. Some clutch hitting. Aaron Altair with a big hit back in the 8th inning to score Cesar Hernandez. And the Phils win number 62 on the year with 6 games to play. Our Chevrolet player of the game, well, it all started with the starting pitching. And what a job by Nick Pivetta this afternoon. He was really good. He did just about everything right.
He was excellent. 6 innings pitched, just 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and the 1 walk. Kept the ball on the ground, and he threw strikes, able to get back into a lot of counts with some breaking balls. He was just excellent. The curveball was good, and the slider. Usually, he only has one working on a particular day, but he had them both working today. Nick Pivetta, outstanding.
And he is our Chevrolet player of the game. So after dropping the first 2 in this one, the Phils get another win against the Braves. Their 13th win against the Braves this season. We'll be back to put a wrap on it after this.